I'm doing my project on Conway Manor, which is a nursing home in Conway, South Carolina, and I'm going to be interviewing 4 women. The first one is Veronica, and she is an RN and a staff development coordinator. So she trains the nurses and the CNAs. The next woman is Lisa. She's an RN and also a unit manager for long-term care. So she manages and supervises that unit and supervises the staff. So if there's any conflicts or issues, they go to her and she resolves it. The third person is Kim, and she's a CNA. So she works with patients daily. She takes care of the patients, like brushing their teeth, getting them dressed, doing activities with them. And she specializes in Alzheimer's and dementia patients. And the third person is Rhonda, and she is the HR director, and she does payroll, but she also has a section of patients that she goes around and checks on every day and makes sure that everything is going good. So what kind of care do these patients typically need?
It depends on the residents. Some of the residents need complete care. So the CNAs and the nurses provide their daily activities of living, like brushing their teeth, brushing their hair, getting them dressed for the day, helping them out of bed, putting them in the wheelchair. Some of them actually need help feeding. Some of them just need help being pushed down to the day. It just depends on the resident.
Okay. How is caring for them different?
They don't, a lot of times they don't really, let's see how to explain. I mean, they may think that what you're doing is just not for their good, or that you're just trying to be mean to them when you try to say certain things to them and trying to help them, or it's a lot of it explaining the same thing over and over with them, trying to keep them understanding what's going on around them and reorienting them when you can. And when you can't, you just have to sometimes go along with the conversation that they're having, if it's a memory or something like that that's not something harmful. I mean, you just kind of have to go along with it to soothe them, I guess I would say.
And how do you keep calm during stressful situations?
How do I keep calm is that you have to have a mindset before going in and knowing that there's a possibility that this person, you got to educate yourself first about dementia and know that there's different types of it.
Yeah.
And once you're educated, you know how to deal with them. So on a daily basis, I can walk through the hallways, but when I get to the dementia unit, that's a special kind of unit. So everything about you has to change once you into their world. Because you don't know what you're walking into. You could be walking into someone that's talking about something that happened to them centuries ago. Mm-hmm. And you got to be patient with them. Very patient. You have to be sometimes talkative, attentive, and your spirit, your attitude, because they can feel that kind of stuff and they can see it. So it is. You have to go in and just be prepared for anything.
Can you describe a time when you were able to console an emotional patient?
With dementia?
Yes.
I can tell you a time where I did encounter a patient that was actually going through it. She was wanting to go home to see her son, which he's been passed for many, many years. But that's where her mind was, to go home and take care of her son. Mm-hmm. That's something that she always did. So how I went in to take care, to emotional console her was to tell her that I don't know what it's like. And when I said that to her, that was something surprising to her, Mm-hmm. And I asked her if she wanted to talk about it, and I let her talk about it while I rub her hand. And I told her that I want to say that it's going to be okay, but I'm not going to say that. I want her to get it out. Is there anything I can do to help you through the process? And I just let her cry and, ask if it's okay if I give her a hug.
Aww.
And I gave her a hug. And then we sat down. We had soda pop. Because soda, to her, is a pop. So mm-hmm. She asked for a soda pop. So, and then we had a soda pop together and ate crackers. And I let her cry, let her get it out. And when she was all done, she wanted to go lay down for a while. Mm-hmm. And then when she woke up, it was something totally different.
Oh. Can you describe how the Alzheimer's patients are different than patients without Alzheimer's or dementia?
A lot of their conversations are not based in reality. They tend to have a lot more behaviors. And you have to approach them differently.
In your opinion, do you think that the Alzheimer's and dementia patients are best at a nursing home, or do you think that they should be in a mental health facility?
I think if the nursing home is set up with specific units to care for people with dementia and Alzheimer's, that it would be better for them to be there. Because sometimes at a mental health facility, they would be in with people with other sorts of mental health illnesses instead of people around their similar age with the same sort of things going on. So, like at a nursing home with a specific dementia or Alzheimer's unit, they are set up and all of their activities are focused for people dealing with dementia and Alzheimer's. Some of those things are activities where they can reminisce about things that happened when they were younger. Sometimes people with Alzheimer's, they kind of go back into a time where they had small children and babies, so they enjoy carrying around baby dolls and caring for them. And all those things are available and kind of common at a nursing home unit that's set up that way for Alzheimer's patients.
The women that I interviewed talked about memory loss and personality change, which are both symptoms of Alzheimer's and dementia, which we learned about in class. For the question that I asked Rhonda about her opinion about whether people with Alzheimer's and dementia should be in a nursing home or a mental institution, I personally think that people with Alzheimer's and dementia should be in a nursing home, just like she thinks, because in nursing homes, they know what kind of care that they need and they know how to deal with them. Whereas in mental hospitals, people with depression, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, that's mainly for them. So nursing homes should be where Alzheimer's and dementia patients go if their family members can't take care of them